Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 between Moon and Sonic. Looks like my daughter wants to say hi again. Hold on. Come here, come here.
Hi.
Alright, so this is game number 3 brought to you by W3Arena.net. I know a lot of players do play off over there as we are now moving into game number 3. Let's go ahead and make our way back down. Wisp are getting into position. It looks like pings are fairly good. Moon, actually one of the higher pings out there right now as things do get a little bit Kaiserus is a little bit on the high side as well, and I guess they made him leave the game. All right, let's go ahead and break things down. Moon is going to be doing some Ancient of War creeping, trying to clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp. Meanwhile, it looks as though Sonic is going to be pretty much doing the same exact strategy once again, and we should have a mirror match so far. Now, this is game number 3 in the series, so I am expecting a little bit more straight up play as opposed to any of the crazy antics that do sometimes make their way out in game number 2. Sometimes you just got to double or nothing, as we saw Moon do in game number 2, trying to do a very, very strong push. Demon Hunter going to be going after the Ogre Magi creep camp, taking that down, picking up a Scroll of the Beast, which most likely will be sold just because, well, why have 200 gold? Well, you're going to be having bears anyway, so selling that Scroll of the Beast may actually be a little bit more beneficial as the Ancient of War almost gets taken down here. All right, Moon and Sonic looks like they will be finishing things up. Meanwhile, it looks as though an Ancient of War has been placed down by Moon, and I don't know if Sonic has actually spotted this just quite yet. There is about 15 more seconds, and the Demon Hunter now rushing back over to try and finish this Ancient of War. Ancient of War taking a little bit of damage. The Demon Hunter doing a large bit of damage. The Archer also doing a significant bit as well, since that is piercing damage. And that Ancient of War is going to be sub 400 hit points here in just a moment. It is now going to be done. It is going to be rooted and now going to start attacking that Moonwell. All right, Ancient of War really not in danger of falling at this point, just because it is so high on hit points, and well, it does regenerate a little bit of hit points, but it does have to be careful. If he uproots himself, he is going to end up taking a little bit more damage from that Demon Hunter, since the Demon Hunter does attack with a hero damage there. All right, Moon's Ancient of War, if it had another 15 seconds, would have really played a bit of havoc, but it looks as though Moon's Ancient of War is just going to end up getting shot to death with target practice from the arrows of those archers. With that time, however, it looked as though the Demon Hunter was able to head off to the north, clear out some easy creep camps, and steal some of the items from his opponent. So I'm not quite sure who comes out with the win there, but we do have a potion of rejuvenation on that Demon Hunter as he is healing slowly back up. Back across over here, we see a hiding Wisp down over here. Demon Hunter looking to finish off the Forest Troll High Priest. No real mana burns. Not quite sure why you wouldn't, as well it does finish things up a little bit more quickly. Also prevents any sort of healing, and also those pesky inner fires that's so difficult to deal with. Now, we are currently sitting at tier 1 on both sides. Moon is taking the Tree of Ages just like Sonic is, and these players are pretty much neck and neck at this point. The strategies seem to be consistent with the Demon Hunter eventually transition into the Naga Sea Witch, or maybe the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove with Entangle, very effective. Also, the Demon Hunter now getting in a 100-point mana burn there. The Demon Hunter has to be really careful. You do not ever want to be behind in level in a Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter fight, at least not one odd level. Level 2 versus level 3. You are going to end up taking a lot more damage and not being able to burn nearly as much mana either, as it looks as though the remaining troops from this creep camp will get cleared out. So let's take a look. Tree of Ages about 80% done. Moonwells sitting, or will be able to get to pretty full capacity here in just a moment. However, Moon does have a significant advantage in that hero lead right now, and it looks like he's going to continue to press that while using Wands of Illusion to tank a significant amount of damage from take significant amount of damage from this Ogre Magi creep camp. Yes, Arya? Please don't drop food. All right, let's come across back over here. Archers One archer does shadow meld right there. It looks as though that archer will be able to make its way back. No dust of appearance to be had at all. Meanwhile, back across over here. Oh, no wisp there, so no easy reveal on that archer. Would have been an easy reveal just to finish it off. 50 gold in order to take down an archer would have been a very decent, easy trade, as this one huntress actually going back the wrong way, causing a bit of problems and ending up taking a little bit more damage once again. All right, okay, off to the north, you can see the huntress now running by that Ancient of War. As we're looking at the supply count, what is it going to be at? 34 over 50 for Sonik. Moon sitting at 33 over 50, both sitting at tier 2, but a significant level advantage for Moon. All right, it looks as though, yes, Sonik is going to be able to get to level 3 right now, sitting at, double level 2 mana burn and now ready to go. Demon Hunter, however, the illusion now getting chased away, but we can see that with +4 armor, 4.6 armor, he's going to be very difficult to take out in any sort of physical confrontation. That high armor, very difficult to get past, and once more we see Moon is thinking very long game here by going for that Keeper of the Grove. Entangle, very useful, even as it at least forces your opponent to use Wisp in order to detonate and free up some units, but more importantly, when bears start to come out, the Druids of the Claw really take a lot of damage back, reflected by that Thorn's aura. So that is what I am expecting to see. Sentinels now coming, or going to be researched as well. Sentinels will be placed all around the map, and it is a little bit more difficult for a Night Elf player to actually take down Sentinels, as their workers normally do not disrupt that tree to knock that Sentinel out of the sky. All right, Sonik back over here. We're going to take a look at an engagement. Her archer now quickly taken down. Demon Hunter in position. Huntress is now chasing down another archer here. Demon Hunter trying to mana burn down this, and it looks like the Demon Hunter may be able to get the target here. This Naga Sea Witch down to 78 hit points. Turns around. Going to go ahead and fire back. Moon getting the kill there. Finishing off some units, as it looks as though Sonik also losing another archer as well. I don't know if he's purposely trying to free up supply, but if that is the strategy, if that is the plan, that is not going to work out in the long run, as we see another mana burn coming into play. All right, the Huntress is just completely walling off this location, making it difficult to get inside. The Demon Hunter will be able to pick up that Ring of Protection. Nicely played there by Sonik in order to hold on to that item, and more importantly, deny it from his opponent, as his opponent would have ended up getting, what is that, over 12 armor on that Demon Hunter at this stage in the game. Really making him impossible to kill, and making those Moonwells just that much more effective. Demon Hunter now looking to engage here. Dryads now looking to make their way over. Mana Burns now coming in. Entangle, it could be possible, but the Keeper of the Grove is just a little bit too far out from the fight. Let's go ahead and take a look back over here. Scroll of Town Portal. Dryads trying to chase away. It looks as though the Dryad could get taken down. Yes, it does. A split-second difference there, as the Keeper of the Grove, Demon Hunter, now look to perhaps try and creep. Nope, not going to creep out this orange creep camp. Instead, bypass it and then head straight off to the north. Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, very low on mana. No, take it back. Moon now engaging against this Ogre Magi creep camp. Troll High Priest gets taken down, as the Troll Berserker taking a little bit of just bounce damage as well, and that's always a little bit problematic, as we now see a level 4 Demon Hunter. All right, Forest Troll Berserker finishes off a Huntress. The Huntress didn't have enough room to squeeze through that gap right there, as we now see teleportating back. What is this? The Demon Hunter is still sitting right over there, and it looks as though the Ogre Mauler will get taken down. Keeper of the Grove does grab that Thorn's Aura, as we now look at the Naga Sea Witch off to the north. All right, Demon Hunter, very low on hit points still. Where is he going to be going next? We should be seeing a rejuvenation onto that Demon Hunter here in just a moment, transferring the Dust of Appearance, and he looks like he's picking up an Orb of Venom. Very nice, very useful item. I believe he did sell one of those Rings of Protection, unless that was the other Demon Hunter. No, he did sell one of the Rings of Protection, so he still has, well, no item slots available to try and round out his collection. Forest Troll Trapper looks like it will get taken down. Rock Golem now down. Keeper of the Grove should end up picking up that True Shot Aura, which will benefit every single unit except for the Demon Hunter and that Druid of the Claw. Plus 10% additional damage, always very nice. Goblin Sapper is now going to be making their way inside here, and it could easily take down 2, and there goes 1, and it looks like we are going to see another. No, the repairs came in just in time. The Demon Hunter was not available for that, as we now see 40 over 40 supplies. So perhaps if it actually try and sappered right there, it would have been able to take down both of them, since the Wisp are just a little bit too far away. Demon Hunter now running back off to the north here. Demon Hunter also picking up a Goblin Zeppelin here. 8 units up in the air, ready to go. 2 bears, 2 heroes, 2 dryads, and 2 huntresses. Going to be perhaps doing a drop inside the base, and this is one of the strategies that Moon is known for. He is known for dropping and trying to take down the entangled gold mine. The drop strategy is something that just a lot of players are not used to dealing with, as the Demon Hunter now finishing up the rest of that creep camp. Naga Sea Witch now sitting at level 3. Boots of Quoth the Loss perhaps should be given to the Demon Hunter, since it does give +6 attack. As we're looking at, oh, what is this? The Goblin Zeppelin overhead. Are we going to see the high ground here? Yes, Ancient of War does spot all of this, and this is going to be a problem. All right, units are in a mad rush trying to come in. Ankh of Reincarnation quickly picked up by the Keeper of the Grove. Remaining units now going to go ahead and run away, as the Ancient of War from Porno Sonic was keeping watch and did reveal Moon, but Moon now dropping inside over here instead to finish off the Ancient of Wonders. All right, low hit point Dryad. No, there is an entangle, as we see one very, very big bear out of the fight for at least a little while. Keeper of the Grove could cause some more problems, but the Keeper of the Grove is going to end up getting mana burn there. There goes a Dryad. Are we going to perhaps see another mana burn here? The Keeper of the Grove and the Naga Sea Witch. Wow, units are dropping down now as the Staff of Preservation does come into play. All right, Naga Sea Witch was able to shoot down that Goblin Zeppelin. Meanwhile, Scroll of Town Portal does go off, and we see a handful of bears back on the ground with Roar. Supply count, let's take a look. 60 over 60. Meanwhile, 49 over 50. Moon is in a little bit of hurt. Moon, in terms of experience levels, I'm not quite sure who has the advantage. Both of them are very, very close to being even at this point. Level 2, almost level 3, and then currently a level 4. So it could be a 4-3 versus a 4-3 here in that next upcoming battle. Druids of the Claw still do not have any weapons training yet. Still sitting at adept, or sorry, that 0 point, and we're looking at the Hunter's Hall not adding anything still. Meanwhile, Sonic has the larger army slightly, but if you have a 60 supply army, might as well have an 80 supply army if you can maintain it. The taxation, that 30% tax, very, very difficult to deal with, as your opponent is able to catch up very, very fast. All right, let's take a look at this. Moon's base, pretty much very, very sparse. Let's take a look back off to the north. Sonic is ready to rush on in here. Moon is going to be forced to retreat with all of his units, try to come back around. Ancient of War taking a fair bit of damage, as we see both sides in position. Demon Hunter now in position right off over here. Bears are going to try and engage. Are we going to see a mana burn? We should be seeing a mana burn here in just a moment. There is another 29-point mana burn, as Sonic's Demon Hunter is pretty much out of the mana burn game for at least a little while. All right, Moon gonna go ahead and try and engage. Let's see, turn back around. Are we gonna see a couple of entangles? The Dryads could easily break that entangle, as the Naga Sea Witch gets mana burned as well. Demon Hunter continuing this fight here. Fork Lightning now going down across multiple units. These bears unable to engage, and this is actually a really strong choke point for Moon. Moon has more units attacking right now than his opponent. His opponent's units are still trying to run and get into position, as we see the Demon Hunter may end up using the Potion of Invulnerability in order to stick around for a little while longer. Demon Hunter, Staff of Preservation, what happened over here? He's going to get some Moonwell juiced and get back on the horse, trying to finish things up. Both sides suffering heavy casualties, as the Demon Hunter may try and mana burn here, and there you go, down to, well, down to 9 mana for a second, but that bear is also now gone. Level 4 now on the Demon Hunter. Level 4 now on the Demon Hunter here. Who's going to get the mana burn off first? That is going to be the big question. Very, very low hit point Huntress, and it looks as though the bear could finish him off. Yes, one bear does finish him off. Staff of Preservation saving another. There is a mana burn there, 72-point mana burn, as the Demon Hunter now trying to rush back off to the north. There goes an entangle, and there goes another unit, as the Demon Hunter of Moon finishes off another fleeing unit. All right, wow, one bear very low on hit points. It looks like he was able to get stabbed of Preservation back. The Dryad, however, may not be nearly as lucky, as the fight is raging on. All right, 4 units, or 5 units, all that is left here. Level 4 Naga Sea Witch, level 4 Demon Hunter. versus level 4, almost level 5, and level 3 with level 2 Thorns Aura, not even bothering with level 2 Entangle. Alright, Keeper of the Grove very close to level 4, Demon Hunter very close to level 5. Meanwhile, we are currently sitting at 4-4 as well, as the Demon Hunter now looks to regroup, lick his wounds, and figure out what his follow-up play is going to be. So far, Moon has lived up to his name, being the 5th race in WarCraft 3, playing Night Elf, not like any traditional Night Elf. That earlier play in game number 2, that double Ancient of War tier 1 push really caught his opponent off guard, and now we'll see if he's able to pull any more magic out of his hat, as Sonik is going to be forced to deal with higher armor upgrade bears here in just a moment, with already 1-0 upgrades on the bears at this time. Alright, Goblin Zeppelin, or the bear, currently seeing out 1-0 upgrades. Does he have a Hunter's Hall upgrading? Yes, he does, and it is going to be the armor upgrades as well. Both sides are looking to fight. Demon Hunter is in position. You can see the attacks are now coming across. Very, very low hit point bear. Moon may be in a little bit of trouble, as the Goblin Zeppelin may end up getting taken away. There goes one bear there. Naga Sea Witch now ends up falling, sitting at level 4. So Moon able to finish off Sonic's Naga Sea Witch, as the Dryads are still doing a little bit of poking there. There's a 100-point mana burn there. Demon Hunter still trying to engage level 5 on the Demon Hunter here, as the Demon Hunter could still cause very heavy problems, getting in more mana burns once again. Alright, Demon Hunter trying to finish off some more units. One bear does go down, and there goes the teleport all the way back home. Supply, we're looking at 33 over 70 compared to 46 over 60. Moon with a slight advantage, but if you talk about overall hit points, the units of Moon are incredibly low. They need to figure out a way to get back up to full hit points, and in a hurry, in order to really make any sort of headway. Meanwhile, let's take a look over here. Sonic is actually taking this opportunity to try and creep, and if he can actually creep, get to level 5 at this time, he would actually be in a better position, but it is going to be rather difficult to do and deal with. All right, Druids of the Claw are getting rejuvenated. They are healing back up once more. Let's see if they're gonna add in some more hit points onto those other Druids of the Claw. I do believe that will be the case. They are both sub 200 hit points, as the Druids of the Claw now march their way back off to the top right. Dryad of Moon making sure to do at least a little bit of scouting. There goes another unit. The detonation does end up hitting the Druid of the Claw, though. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Ogre Lord going to get pressured here, and it looks like this one Ogre Lord will end up getting entangled. Meanwhile, Moon's Demon Hunter is going to pick up an item. Yes, Potion of Invulnerability, very useful, but he should not really be that close to the creep skating experience. Otherwise, the Keeper of the Grove could perhaps be getting to level 5, if not already at level 5. Level 5 Keeper of the Grove, level 3 Thorns Aura, level 2 Entangle, both extremely important, as we now see the Demon Hunter now making its way back off to the top right. Sonic is in a little bit of trouble. He has to deal with level 4 Keeper of the Grove. He is almost at level 5. Meanwhile, level 4 Demon Hunter and a level 4, I believe, Naga Sea Witch. Where is it? There it is. That Naga Sea Witch, though, a little bit gonna fall off in terms of power, as the Naga Sea Witch is really strong right when you get her from levels 1 to 3. But once your opponent, especially with the Demon Hunter, gets to level 5, those 150-point mana burns are nearly impossible to deal with. All right, Keeper of the Grove does have Immolation. Why that is not given to the Demon Hunter is way beyond me. Staff of Preservation could probably stay on the Keeper of the Grove, giving the Demon Hunter just that much more survivability.
A player's forces are under attack.
Druid of the Claw finishing off a Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Dryad still chasing around here. Keeper of the Grove has double scrolls of healing. Let's take a look back over here. Potion of Invulnerability, as the Demon Hunter looks to finish off this Hunter's Hall. All right, Bears very low. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation take them back? And we should be seeing them take them back in just a moment, as we see now level 5 finally on the Keeper of the Grove. Level 5 Keeper of the Grove, level 5 Demon Hunter. ultimates may be coming in momentarily. Meanwhile, level 5 on Porno Sonic and level 5 on that Naga Sea Witch from Porno Sonic as well. All right, let's go ahead and back off to the north here. It looks as though the Demon Hunter and the Dryads have gotten their work cut out for them. Will be able to finish the Hunter's Hall. Gonna be able to take it down here. Are we gonna see that? There is another mana burn there. Are we gonna see it fall? Yes, we will. And the Demon Hunter now looking to escape. Dryad not gonna be nearly as much, but the Demon Hunter does have a potion of invulnerability, so he will be able to get back home and instead get stabbed to preservation by the Keeper of the Grove. All right. That Demon Hunter, very, very low on hit points. Has to be extremely careful. Needs to get a rejuvenation. There you go. Finally gets the rejuvenation. Will be able to get back more hit points again in just a moment. As we're now looking at Moon, taking up Nature's Blessing for additional armor and faster movement speed. All right, in comes the fight here. The bears do have level 3 Thorns Aura, so 30% of the damage is being reflected back. There is a quick entangle, abolish magic right there, but you're going to see once those bears start engaging, they're going to be taking some significant damage of their own. Bears trying to fight back there. One bear already down. Demon Hunter does have rejuvenation. Staff of Preservation saves one of his own units. Potion of Invulnerability continuing the fight here. Do you see a roar? Are we going to see a counter? There's the entangle right there. There is another disenchant. Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter teleports out of a bad situation, but should be joining back in on the fight here. There you have it, still continuing this fight, still looking to finish off his opponent here, as the bears are still looking to continue to absolutely destroy everything in hand. All right, bear, level 3 mana burn, finishing off a bear. The Demon Hunter looking to finish off more units. That does get another 150 point mana burn off on the Demon Hunter of Moon. Moon is sitting at level 6, but unable to engage in Superman mode, as he is just out of mana, and I believe it is going to be GG here in just a second. Supply count, it is 67 over 21, or in terms of army size, 59 over 11, and Sonic takes the series. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.